Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Truckin' Good Life. Today I'm going to show you the part 2 of our canopy build. So there is a part 1 on YouTube, so this is the completed build of our canopy, so check it out. So this is it guys, so this is the canopy and this is all the canvas completed. So we went just with the black canvas. This is a sort of bit of a different type canvas. You can get like a vinyl, which is that shiny finish. I decided to go with this black. It's like, they use it for bibbies on boats and stuff like that. So if you are talking to an upholsterer getting a canvas or like a canopy made, you can probably talk to them about different options of canvas. So this isn't a vinyl, this is like a canvas. So another little thing I like about this canopy is the upholsterer actually put like a piece of conduit, stitched in a piece of conduit inside the canvas there, which actually gives a good even seal, and when all the clips are applied, it actually gives a good even seal to the side of your ute, to your tub. So that's another little thing that I love about it. So if you are getting one made, talk to your upholsterer about seeing if you can get that added into your sides. Definitely gives for a good even pressure along the side of your ute. So up top we got our solar. It's a little bit hard to see, I need a little bit of a step ladder, but we got our two 350 watt solar panels, and I've gone for a fold down aerial, so antenna. So this is for our Telstra booster, so we can have this up when we're traveling or just when we're parked up. So they do recommend that you should have that on the highest point of your car or your caravan to give you maximum, basically your phone boosting ability, so it can actually find the range. So I decided to put it on the ute. I was planning to put the phone booster in the caravan. We opted away from that and put it in the car, as we figured we'd be in the car a fair bit, and worst case scenario, if I had to, I can run the little antenna from the car out into the annex, and we can just still use our internet in the annex area there for anything that we need to. So up inside we've got, mounted on the front board, on the front wall here, I've got our Telstra phone booster. So this is our cell fi. Where is it? Here. So I got that from J-Car. Basically it has an antenna in from the roof, the one I just showed you, and then it's got a little external antenna which is down in here that you can roll out and just have it, basically you can run that out and then have that out in the annex. So that's what I was talking about before. So that boosts your phone signal. I've got our DC to DC and a drive charger. So at the moment it's just running solar input only. So I don't have this hooked up to the alternator of the car. We are just running two solar inputs just here. At the moment we're putting 0 amps in. We are parked under a tree, and I have the fridge plugged into 240 power as we're in the caravan park. This is a power outlet just for running our compressor, any extra additional lights or anything else that we need to run power out. And then over here I've just got basically a little couple sets of switches for lights, fan for the dogs, and then this here just turns on the phone booster. So it'll go through its checks and run a green light, and you can set that to 4G or 3G boost. So basically that's for that. What else have we got? They got some USB points in here and just another volt gauge. So I've got that volt gauge, this volt gauge, and basically down the front here is our 100 amp hour lithium battery. A bit hard to see, I'll try and get in there. It has a volt gauge and everything on it down there as well. Very hard to see down there. So that's that. On the slide up the front, we have a 3.2 kVA generator. It's a bit old school. We got it from Shannon's parents. We're super grateful for it. It does work, it does run, and it runs our air conditioner, so I'm happy for that. I will bring it with us for the days that we need it. If we run through a bit of a couple shady days and we're down on batteries, I will fire this up and get it running. So it's not for everyday use. It is just basically for an emergency to get us back charged up or if it's super cold one night and the wife's complaining, I can run this and get the heater going. Or other way around, super hot, run it, get that aircon going. I've just zip tied the King's compressor in there, so I bought, it's like a Max Thumper or something, paid 120 bucks for it, so that's for blowing up the tires when we need it. In here is a Poly 220 litre, basically like a big 44 gallon drum, so I'll fill that up the top there. And I've also got these here from Super Cheap, so they're just basically a little siphon hose, little jiggle siphon. So I got one there for the diesel and one for water, so we'll fill that up when we go off grid to give us the extra water that we need. In the dog cage there, that's the fan I was telling you about. So that's for the dogs. It's 2-speed power glide, keeps the dogs nice and cool. Up top I got insulation from Clark Foam and Rubber in Townsville. It's a sticky back 12mm thick insulation, so really good for keeping the heat down for the dogs. I got 2 of these tubes, these little light tubes, one there and one under there. And then just here, this is like a removable shelf, so I'll show you that in a second, but basically just 2 storage tubs and then the shelf comes out. Around the back I got our 95 litre Dometic dual zone fridge freezer, but at the moment we're running that full freezer, so we've stocked up on a fair bit of meat, fruit and veg and everything like that, so it's on full freezer at the moment, and I'm really trying to rip it down on 240 volt to get it proper hard frozen before we switch back to 12 volt and start going off the grid. As you can see here, this is the dog pen. Dogs have got it hard. Poor girl. So this is where the dogs live. They got a tough life. I've made that a little bit higher so that the dogs can get a better breeze for the height of the window for the tubs. If I put them down lower, they would probably be restricted for ventilation and breeze, so hence the reason why I've raised that up, and I've just fixed that up to the roof canopy. So I'll go ahead and pull that out now so you can check all that out. So in here we've got a fair bit of storage, so I've just got some bits and bobs, some 12 volt bits. I got a little box there full of spare bolts, whatnot, some lights and spray cans, and in here I got all my 12 volt Anderson extension leads and plugs and zip ties, set of jumper leads when I need them. I've got 2 tanks here, 2 poly tanks. They're all chemical tanks that I've rinsed out. These will be used for diesel when we need them, so when we sort of know we're going a little bit off grid, out into the remote, into the bush a little bit, so I'll fill these up. So that's 40 litres there, and then I've also got an additional 40 litres up in the front, down in here, which we can use down next to the poly tank. So I've got another two in there and a little diesel pump there. Oh, you want to get your head out, do you? Yeah, so that will give us the extra diesel that we need. This is our fridge freezer Dometic. Like I said, we've got everything in here, cryovac down, frozen fruit. That looks like a carton of beer, but it's not. It's frozen mangoes. All our meat's in there, so I've really got all that ripping down, -20 at the moment. So yeah, it's not a bad little setup. Plenty of storage and really good, just compact, good, maximize the space 100%. So I'll show you that removable shelf now. So this is just the shelf here. I've just taken the tubs off, and basically it's just as simple as lifting it up. Oh, nearly fell over, and pulling it out. So that's just additional storage. Otherwise I figured that was a waste of space sitting up there. So it's just as simple as a bit of box section with some tube and mesh, and these little bits of angle, they actually hook onto the side of the dog cage, which then supports that other side. And then this side just floats here. Basically it's just a floating shelf. There's nothing too severe in those tubs. It's just a little bit of lightweight stuff that gets us a bit extra storage. Down the side we've got 2 baskets. In the back is just all the car wash stuff. I've got a spare 12 volt water pump that can be used for the van, or also pumping out of that 44. And then at the front I've got another little basket just with all our tyre repair kit, wheel brace, jack, puncher repair kit. But yeah, fire extinguisher down here, an old shovel to dig me out any bogs if I need to. And basically this is just our container setup that I've made. It's just a wire with a turnbuckle, and then as I pull the fridge out, that wire doesn't get stuck or caught on anything. So as the fridge comes out, the drawer comes out, the wire comes with it, and then when it closes, it goes back in. I'll show you how that works. It's pretty simple. I thought I probably would need a spring a spring to like load it all up to pull it back, but it seems to work in and out fine and serves a purpose. Doesn't work awesome, but it works enough so that I don't pinch a cable. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you want to follow more of our videos, just subscribe to our channel, and I hope you got basically something from that. It is a bit agricultural. I have put it together in a small amount of time. We have got a lot of stuff jammed in there, but I'm super happy with how it's all come out, and yeah, excited to get this out on the road on a dusty track somewhere and give it a good run. So hope you enjoy following along, and reach out if you got any questions. See you guys.